by about the middle of next week, many of these handsome beards and stashes all around the NHL will be coming off. But we won't forget they were grown in support of Hockey Fights Cancer in the month of November. James Van Riemsdyk is in the starting lineup over 6 seasons and 400 games with the Maple Leafs, and he plays them for the first time after returning to the Philadelphia Flyers. Little different as the Flyers, the best face-off team in the league, snapped that drawback. Claude Giroux got it from the blue line. Christian Folin shot as Sparks makes another save. Then moved up to the second line here. And the Winnipegger does some forechecking here. He's got Jake Voracek with him, and Nolan Patrick is the center. Here's some open ice. Andreas Johnsson fakes, takes, scores! Good sign when the bottom 6 scores early, and the Maple Leafs have a goal from their third line. Andreas Johnsson makes it a 1-0 game.
The fake shot, watch what it does to the goaltender. Pickard now trying to slide across, opens up the 5-hole. What a play. That's a good instinctive play by Johnsson there, getting the goaltender to move, sliding across, and he puts it 5-hole.
He's only in his 7th game of the season. Here's Christian Folin off another one face-off. The Flyers have won a half a dozen of them already. Straight up the middle, Andreas Johnsson scores! Belted by Gudas early in the game, and he's been flying ever since. 2 goals for Andreas Johnsson, 2-0 Toronto.
Blocked the shot, and then look at the separation speed. Just kept his feet moving, and once again gets Pickard moving to his side, finds the 5-hole, and that's just getting shot out of a slingshot there. From a standstill, he just beats both men.
Pinching was Haig. Marlowe's up against him, and over to pick up the puck is Gardner. Here's a 2-on-1. Gardner delays through the puck in front, and it's cleared away. Now it's loose, they score! Patrick Marleau! And now it's 3-0 Toronto.
And how about the rebound? A quick turn, and Marleau with such good patience. He found it in his feet, didn't panic. Marleau and his patience waits out the goalie, waits out the help in front by Haig, and just like that, it's a 3-0 game.
Pickard made the save. Leafs get the rebound. Gardner fanned on his shot set up by Connor Brown. There's a steal. Andreas Johnsson again scores! Hat-trick, Andreas Johnsson! That line is amazing early on. It's 4-0 Toronto.
And it's all about speed. I mean, they're just turning pucks over with their feet. 2 goals in his first 18 games. And Jim, here in the first 12 minutes and 20 seconds, there's a hat trick. But what a start to the night for Andreas Johnsson.
Wow. 4 goals on 6 shots for Toronto in a goaltending chain. JVR skates through center. Caught by the defenseman Ozhiganov. Kapanen stole the puck. Here's Marleau. He can still fly. Shoots, and Stolarz made a save.
Nazem Kadri was actually shocked this morning that it had taken that long for the Flyers to get their first fight of the year.
Here come the Leafs again. John Tavares, and he's stoned by Stolarz. Tavares again.
They can't seem to get some consistency into their game yet.
Voracek, and part of that is goaltending, and the goaltender might be tested again. Marleau shoots. Stolarz stopped him. Patrick looked over and saw Kasperi Kapanen, and then he decided to shoot. And he couldn't get there. It was cut off, and Nazem Kadri got the puck to center. Still lots of time, though, if the Flyers can start to chip away. And here's Wheel, takes a shot, and a nice save. Sounded like they hit the stick, but knocked down before it got deep. John Tavares chased the puck to center. Coming up is Morgan Rielly, leading a 3-man rush, snapped the shot, Stolarz a save, rebound is off the side of the net from Zach Hyman. Frederick Gauthier gets a hold of the puck as the Leafs change with the pressure on in the attacking zone. In comes Josh Leivo, across the ice, Zaitsev moves in, right to the net, Stolarz made the save, the puck's underneath him as Gauthier tipped it, and Stolarz was staring at the back of the net, and the puck was underneath it. Far off that either. They might have been the models. In off the blue line, Travis Sanheim with his shot. There's a rebound loose in front of the net. The Leafs are able to poke it away from Sparks after he made the first save. Mitch Marner to center. Here's Tavares with Hyman. Hyman takes over to the forehead. He's stopped by Stolarz. The earlier ones didn't have social media. Leafs gain the puck. Dermott with a shot. There's a nice save by Stolarz. Has been pretty good. Perfect since he came into the game. Here's Ivan Provorov. Looking pass all the way, feeds the puck in front, and he missed Giroux with the pass, and that sends the Leafs back the other way. Josh Leivo breaks in. Gauthier to the net. The trailer is Marner. Leivo shoots. He scores! And now the fourth line's got one, and it's 5-0 Toronto.
Leivo finds the open man, then opens up and does a good job of getting that one away quickly before Stolarz can get there. It's that classic center drive. Every coach will tell you that's how you set up a 3-on-2, and Gauthier's not going to get a point, but he had a lot to do with that goal.
He was too tight to the net to make a play there. Back the other way, Kapanen. To Marleau. Kadri put the puck on net. There's a big rebound off the post. Kapanen wheeled and fired the puck off the post after the rebound. Konechny trying to get by Morgan Rielly. Can't do it. And so back the other way. This could be a 2-on-1. Here's Marner. Holds up. Curl and drag on his backhand. There's a shot. They score! John Tavares. Marner wanted that so badly. But Tavares got it, and it's 6-0 Toronto.
Now it's Mitch Marner. Delay. You get a guy down. A second one, and then Gudas gets a bit of him. But John Tavares follows it up. And what a hot run it's been for Tavares here. Points in 10 of 12 games now, and he just follows that one up, gets to it first, and no chance at all for Stolarz.
The Leafs win the battle on the boards, and Morgan Rielly starts the breakout. Connor Brown picks up speed through center. Here's Janssen moving in again with a shot, and Stolarz stopped him for Konechny, and that was swept away, deflected out to center by John Tavares. Robert Haig to center, picked off. Here comes Mitch Marner. He shoots, and Stolarz stopped him.
Puck just seems to find its way onto his stick. Here's a long stretch pass. He read it well, jumped up, and this one with the pressure coming back, tried to go up and over the shoulder, didn't quite get the corner shot that he wanted.
Gudas will dump the puck right back in. Igor Ozhiganov reverses up the boards. Kadri had his pocket picked. Simmons takes a shot and deflected, and is still loose in front of Garrett Sparks. He tried to grab it, couldn't get it. But he does say that it's a little bit of a shorter game and a bit of an easier game to play on the wing than it is as a centerman. Here's Konechny in off the wing with a shot. Sparks with a save. He's standing up and looking confident. Simmons, Wheel, and Van Riemsdyk on the ice for Philadelphia. Sanheim kept the puck in for Radford Gudas. He fires a shot that went off the skate. Came back to Sanheim. His shot. There's a nice save by Sparks. Konechny came back to help out. And now he's got the puck. It's a 3-on-2 for the Flyers to center. Giroux back to Konechny. Couturier heads for the net. And that puck was tipped by Hainsey. So Couturier couldn't get a shot. Kapanen cuts to the middle. Centering pass didn't get through. Ozhiganov side of the net, and Stolarz makes a nice save on Nazem Kadri. Chance for Voracek to get up. Morgan Rielly won't let him. Keeps the puck in. Marner is with him. Mitch Marner takes over. Tavares takes the shot. Hyman was right there and couldn't poke that in after the deflection in front by Garrett Sparks. There's Zach Hyman out to center. Busting for the net. Lindholm, there's a rebound. What a save by Stolarz there. He made the first save and then got across to stop Lindholm on what looked like a sure tap-in.
Now both goaltenders there with a couple of beauties.
He'll flip it down the ice. Not enough for icing. Good job there, and that's it. A hat-trick for Andreas Johnsson and a shutout for Garrett Sparks. The American Hockey League Marley champions from last season were a big part of a Maple Leafs 6-0 win over the Philadelphia Flyers tonight.